Welcome everybody to this game of Perfect Date with me, Rafchi. So this is nothing at all like the normal games that I play, but I had it and I figured, why not? Let's give it a shot and see what it's actually like. I have not played it before. I have no idea what I'm doing going into it, but based on this icon here, this logo, I think I know what to expect. So let's jump right in this head first and see what happens. Yeah, so I guess we're going to be doing a new game. So first off, we have to create a character for ourselves. And I have something in mind. If this game is what I think it is, then we are going to be... I feel like this guy best accentuates everything on here. But we are going to be Elliot. You will understand the name in a minute. If this game is what I think it is, then this will work perfectly. I'm not sure how long we've been sailing, but it feels like forever. I'm not feeling too well now, so it's a huge relief to hear the deck lad shout. Island approach! Make yourself ready! He's a pirate now. I'm finally here. When I applied last month, I was just another broke student living off baked beans and didn't really think I had a chance of being accepted to be part of the prestigious Cat Island research team. Yet here it is, the little black dot in the distance, growing bigger by the second, is the infamous Cat Island, the place I will call home for the next few months. My heart momentarily skips a beat. What if there's been a mistake? What if they accepted someone else's application and accidentally sent the offer to me? I rummage about in my bag until I find the papers. DPRI. DP Corporation. Dear Elliot, we are pleased to be able to offer you the position of research assistant to Professor Popper at our research facility on Cat Island. The position will be for an initial period of 8 weeks. Your contract will be sent separately. We look forward to working with you. Yours sincerely, Professor Popper. PhD, BSc, Honors, DPG. I have no idea what most of those were. No mistake. That's my name, right there in the top left-hand corner, Elliot. And there's his name at the bottom, the genius behind this whole operation. Professor Popper, science genius, and my new boss. I look up from my papers to see dry land rapidly approaching before us. It seems to be surrounded by a huge barrier of impenetrable black rocks. As we get closer, we're not slowing down, and I begin to worry that we're going to crash into them. Then, at the very last moment, we take a sharp turn to the left, and suddenly, we're sailing smoothly towards a jetty through an opening in the rocks. I blow out the breath that I've been holding and break into a smile. Nicely done, Skipper. The ferryman comes out from behind the steering wheel, ignoring my attempts at camaraderie, and shouts rather brusquely. Take your belongings. We won't be back for days, so don't leave nothing you'll need. Thank you. I smile weakly at the ferryman and his son and pick up my bags, ready to disembark. We glide seamlessly up to the wooden jetty, and the son leaps ashore to tie us off. He's greeted by a bulky man in a uniform, who I take to be a security officer of some kind. Joe? Sir? Caught you a mouse? And then he laughs loudly, as though he said the funniest thing he's ever heard. It's very disconcerting. The security guard remains surly and turns his attention to me. Let's be having you then. He holds out his large hand, which I assume is an offer to help me off the boat. But as I reach out to take it, he snatches it away, throwing me off balance so I almost fall over the side. What a great start. Wow, this guy just seems mean. ID card? Oh, I see. Of course. I reach into my back pocket and hand over the laminated card I was given on the mainland. Name, Elliot. Date issued, 01/01/17. Cat Island Security. This is all official. He barely looks at it before striding off, grunting over his shoulder. This way. I follow him down a dirt track path and get my first proper view of the island. It's beautiful, lush, and green. I'm already under its spell. After no more than a couple of minutes trekking, we're in base camp, which consists of an assortment of tents and huts. Among them are two more solid-looking structures, one larger and one smaller. I presume these are the labs. The whole camp is moderate, but functional. It reminds me of an army outpost. I'm struck by the lack of people. In fact, there's no one around apart from an older woman sitting outside, peeling a pile of potatoes. I smile at her and give her a little nod, but she just stares back at me. I try not to get paranoid. Here, he stopped at the largest of the tents, indicating that I should go inside. I feel rude just walking in, so I make my presence known first. Hello? A firm but friendly voice calls out, "Come." I walk in, and there he is, hunched over some documents. The great Professor Popper. Sir, it's an honor to meet you. Yes, you must be Elliot. Come on in, my dear. Glad to have you on board. Oh no, I'm going pirate again. Come on in, my dear. Glad to have you on board. Good journey? Well, long. Yes, indeed. We're rather tucked away here. Let me offer you some refreshment. Water? Coffee? Something stronger, perhaps? Whiskey? Oh, here we go. Now to start the game. Where do we want to go with this? Obviously, we really enjoy him. We really enjoy his company and think he's the greatest thing in the world. So therefore, I'd love a cup of tea if there's a pot on the go. We're gonna be posh. Ugh, I can tell you're new. The tea here tastes like cat's piddle. You really don't want to drink it. Oh god, okay. He pours me a cup of coffee from his canteen instead. It's a good thing I like coffee. It will take you a while to find your way around and discover how it all works. So for today, I thought I would just get you kitted out and maybe introduce you to some of the locals. The cats, that is. I believe you've already met most of the human locals. Oh, I've already met the ferryman and the security guard who brought me here. Yes, that's about it. And the lady outside? Ah, Mrs. Marigold. Her and her husband are the caretakers. Wonderful couple, the Marigolds. You'll meet them before too long. We're a tidy little family here, Elliot, and I'm sure you'll fit in nicely. Thank you, sir. I hope so. Okay, so, first things first. This is your basic kit. He begins going through a pile of things on his desk, explaining each of them in turn. This is your backpack. You can put everything in it. We'll be going on plenty of field trips, so it'll be very useful. As will your own water bottle. Some disinfectant hand spray. And these are heavy-duty reinforced gloves, which are essential when taking cats out in the wild. Don't want any scratches from felines. We don't know now, do we? Probably not. I suppose not. I shove each item into my new backpack as he gives them to me. Likewise, these goggles are to be brought along on all field trips. This lot here. He indicates to a small pile of what looks like laundry. I don't know where in this room is that. his basic uniform, lab coats, masks, stethoscope, etc. Portable first aid kit, camping knife with all tool attachments. Finally, without doubt, most importantly, this. He holds up something that looks like a mobile phone, except it clearly isn't one. This is your catalog. Oh god. Catalog? Yes, the name comes from its earliest version. It was initially designed to record and store data on the cats, scan them, and log their details. But as you can see, we've come a long way since then. Now you can use it to communicate with the rest of our team. I've added everyone's contact details for you. Listen to music, take photos. There's even a pen that comes with it to insert microchips into the back of the cats' necks so that we can track them. It is a very valuable piece of equipment, Elliot. I need you to protect it above all else. Do you understand? Yes, I undertake this mission. He is looking me directly in the eye and clearly expects a response. Yes, sir? Of course. I will look after it. Good. You'll need to know all the functions as you go along, but for now, I suggest we take a stroll out and see if we can't find a few friends to introduce you so that you can try it out. He hands me the gadget. I feel a bit nervous taking charge of it, but also really keen to have a go. We head down to the beach, the professor explaining things as we go. The mixture of terrain on Cat Island is quite unique. Even in such a relatively small area, you'll find forests, mountains, jungle, beaches, woodland, all these different geological and ecological zones in one place. It really is most remarkable. It certainly is. Even the lack of wildlife is, in itself, quite remarkable. What do you mean, Professor? Well, put simply, there is a type of force field that surrounds the island, disallowing anything to enter. You mean literally anything? Absolutely. No birds, fish, or creatures of any kind can penetrate it. Forgive my lack of knowledge on this subject, but we're here. The professor lets out a disconcertingly loud laugh. Aha, I see what you mean. Well, there is, of course, one small break in this invisible wall, and that is where we built the jetty. But let's not get too bogged down in all this right now. What you need to know is that basically, the island is shaped like a peanut. Okay. He's picked up a nearby stick and draws a simple map in the sand. This is our end of the island. This is very well known to us. We've been researching here for many years. I'm going to assume this end. The other end is not so familiar to us. We've encountered difficulties that have hindered our progress in the region. Whoa. Oh, what type of difficulties, Professor? Well, we're not sure, as we'd like to be, but what I can tell you is that the environment has an adverse effect on humans, inducing nausea at the very least. And at the worst? Fainting, migraines, possible nerve damage. Oh gosh, that is serious. As I say, it's best to keep away, but let's not go into that all right now, my dear. You've had a long day. For now, let's just say that we refer to the far end of the island as the danger zone. With good reason. I must ask you not to put yourself at risk by venturing beyond this mountain range here. He refers to the map once more, drawing a line just past the center and an X through the end section. Oh, that's the bad zone, so we're at that end. There are wild, aggressive cats out there. I wouldn't want you getting too close to them. Unlike our lovely fellows closer to home. He's led me to a spot where a few cats are lounging about. What do you say we try your catalog now, Elliot? He stoops down and picks up one of the animals, a disgruntled-looking cat, who is sleeping under the shade of a palm tree. Oh, shit. The cat lets out a displeasured mewl, but doesn't struggle. Its large body, billowing with long orange fur, just sort of hangs in the professor's arms in lazy resignation. Yeah, he doesn't look happy. Would you like to have a go on scanning this delightful chap? I find the on switch and somewhat timidly activate it. The gadget immediately comes to artificial life, emitting a boop 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 sound and a red pulsating light. I select the app labeled Cat Scan, and it loads instantly. There's no delay on this thing. The professor holds the cat towards me with his arms outstretched. I'm sure he said the scanning chip is implemented into the back of the neck somewhere, but it's difficult to find this one's neck amidst the thick cloud of fur. I blow to make a parting and press the catalog to its skin. It's a bit like scanning groceries in the supermarket where I used to work. Wait, so we went from working at a grocery market to this? Interesting. That should do it. And he plops the Marmalade Tom back into the shade. Sure enough, upon withdrawal, I find the cat has been successfully scanned. Meow. Floofy butt. Floofy butt. Male. 10 years, 4 months. Breed, red tabby. Persian. Eye color, red. Okay. You got floofy butt. Amazing! Clever, isn't it? A large part of your job here will be to tag and scan the cats, such as Mr. Floofy Butt here. But it looks like you've no problems at all in that area. Excellent work, Elliot. Thank you, sir. I can't wait to get started. Well, why don't you get a bit more practice with the catalog and scan the rest of them while we're here? These five spend a lot of time together. They're like a little family, aren't you? Oh, yes you are. The professor seems to be a genuine cat lover like me. I think we're going to get on great. Okay, here goes. No help this time. The professor steps back. The first cat I approach is very friendly with beautiful calico markings. It comes towards me, already purring. Meow. It's Trixie. Name, Trixie. Gender, female. Age, 3 years, 8 months. Calico American, short hair. Eye color, green. That looks black to me, but it's green. Next is an elegant, sleek, hairless cat sitting gracefully in the sun. She doesn't pay me much attention and allows me to scan her with minimal fuss. Oh! Meow! It's Snooty Booty! Snooty Booty. Gender, female. Age, 11 years, 1 month. Breed, Sphinx. Eye color, blue. The fourth cat I approach is a noisy one. Meow, 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 meow. McMurphy! McMurphy. Gender, male. Age, 6 years. Breed, brown. Crossbreed. Eye color, green. Wow, a lot of green-eyed cats, apparently. And finally, the one I've deliberately put off until last. He's been skulking around the edges of the activity, eyeing me suspiciously, as though he could pounce at any moment. I laugh at myself, already projecting personalities into these animals. Kibbles. Kibbles looks just a little bit derpy on here. Kibbles. Age, or gender, male. Age, 3 years. Breed, white British long hair. Eye color, white British long hair. Yeah, eye color, green. All done. Except you've enjoyed meeting some of the locals. I hope you've enjoyed meeting some of the locals. The professor lets out a little laugh. I have a feeling you'll get to know them quite well in time. That's probably enough for your first day, don't you think? It's quite a lot to take in. I'm suddenly exhausted and grateful to be heading back to camp. It's quite late by the time I've unpacked and settled myself, but I want to write my journal entry before I sleep. I'm surprised at how chilly it is. I have pulled my sleeping bag right up to my chin, but I still feel goose pimples bloom over my arms. Shivering, I rub them to warm myself up. It makes me smile to think that this inherent reaction to the cold is what will be keeping my new feline friends warm tonight. My eyelids close, thinking of cats in the island and the professor. The world around me drifts away as I float up into a dream. Well, I think we're actually going to call it there for today's video. So as always, everybody, thank you for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And let me know if you want me to keep playing this. I'm probably going to do at least 1 or 2 more episodes on this. But If you want me to keep going after that, let me know. And as always, hope to see you next time where we continue on with our adventures. As always, thank you for watching. Bye!